According to Islam, Muhammad is greater than and supersedes Jesus Christ. But what does the Koran actually teach about the person of Christ and the person of Muhammad? We're going to compare them. We're going to just use the Koran, not the Bible, but the Koran to compare Jesus Christ to Muhammad. According to the Koran, who performed miracles? The Koran teaches that Jesus Christ performed miracles. But the Koran admits that Muhammad did no miracle, but was a warner only. Now who is greater? The one who only warns men, or the one who performs divine miracles? According to the Koran, who was without sin? Muhammad or Jesus? The Koran teaches that Jesus was righteous and without sin. But the Koran teaches Muhammad sinned very much and needed forgiveness. So who's greater? The one who is sinless or the sinner? According to the Koran, who was the Messiah? The Koran teaches that Jesus is the Christ, the Messiah, the anointed one. But Muhammad is never called the Christ or a Messiah. Now who's greater? The Christ or one who only warns? According to the Koran, which one was born of a virgin? The Koran teaches that Jesus was miraculously conceived in the womb of Mary without the aid of a human father, while the Koran teaches that Muhammad was born of natural parents. Now which one is greater, the miraculous or the common, the virgin birth or the common birth? According to the Koran, which one did Allah take to heaven? The Koran teaches that Jesus did not see death, but was raised to heaven and is very near Allah. While we know Muhammad is dead and his tomb is still with us today, who's greater, the living or the dead? So clearly the Koran teaches that the person of Jesus is greater than Muhammad, even though the Koran gives more honor to Muhammad. I would ask any honest Muslim to consider these facts. If Jesus is all that the Koran says he is, why not read his words? You can find his words in the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John of the Holy Bible, which the Koran admits to be inspired. This is what the Koran says about the Bible. Koran 3:3 says, "He who sent down to thee step by step in truth the book, confirming what went before it, that he sent down the law of Moses and the gospel of Jesus Christ before this as a guide to mankind." So you see the Koran speaks positively of the Bible, of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Why not read it? You don't have to worry about the words of Jesus being changed over the years. Listen, the New Testament was written immediately following the time of Jesus. He died about 33 AD, and the writing of the New Testament began between 45 AD and 55 AD, and the writing continued to about 90 AD. All the writing of the New Testament was done by eyewitnesses, contemporaries of Jesus. They knew Jesus. Before AD 300, the Old Testament and New Testament were assembled into one book, 2 copies of which are preserved, 2 complete manuscripts that we have today. These manuscripts were written in Greek and compared identically with the thousands of portions available of even older manuscripts. The translations that we have today in English, Arabic, French, Spanish, Chinese, Swahili come directly from these ancient Greek manuscripts, not from translations of translations. There are thousands of ancient manuscripts, and you can compare them yourself and see the very words of Jesus Christ have not changed. In the Gospels, you'll find that Jesus is truly who he said he was, and he is truly wonderful. There's more than you ever imagined. And this is what Jesus says to you. He says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls.